We're good?
I love that you think that's necessary.
He enjoys it though.
Yeah, it makes it look more professional.
Yeah.
This studio.
Our studio.
This is a great studio.
Cinderblock Studios.
Cinderblock Studios, baby, light it up.
All right, guys. In the, I hate the phrase. I don't even know what to call this room.
Cinderblock
most people would be
Studios.
like in the lab. With me today are the two V's, Val and
V.
And V.
Yeah.
You guys already know Val. V works with us here at the Content House, and he's kind of a big piece of shit with me. So we figured it'd be fun
That's
to
fair.
have him on to talk.
Just surrounded by pieces of shit, honestly.
And Cinderblocks.
Cinderblocks.
Cinder blocks and pieces of
And velvet
feels
couches.
like LA. It's the most
Yeah.
LA set ever.
Dark.
It is. I don't want to get too going off the bat too crazy, but I was surfing the internet and someone sent me this. Kyle, can you switch to whatever guys? We have a lot of new tech features on this podcast already.
We're killing it.
We're killing it. I'm going to try to stretch this mic with me. Sorry. So this made it to some fucking, for all of you listening, you're sorry, this is going to suck. But if you're on YouTube, it's our shirt at what looks like a grocery store. And it's an old lady standing next to what is probably her son or boyfriend or both.
Hopefully her
and
son.
He's wearing our shirt, and says, "I'll identify as anything that will get my dick sucked tonight."
He has
and
a
then-
shape that signifies that. I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you.
Calm down.
He is shaped like an avocado school shooter. Yeah. If an avocado was a school shooter, this would be the guy.
This
And
guy's
he's
this guy's listening to this right now, just loading his AR.
The crazy part about it is people would be like, "This is Photoshop." He's also wearing our hat. So then, of course, the comments are a fucking shit
Well,
show
dude,
of offended.
you have to talk about where the comments live.
So here's the thing: the comments are on a Facebook page called "Millennials Are Not Children,"
Oh my
which
God.
I don't know.
Just
if
the
that's,
Facebook page is enough, because the only reason people go on Facebook is to bitch and moan.
right? Like if you're part of a Facebook community, you're either a or 70. You know the crazy part? So I started stalking this millennials page, and I went to the about. Oh my god, it's an avocado. It looks like the angriest fucking lesbian avocado. So this is what bothers me the most about the whole situation. You go to their about page and read their basic info. LGBTQ plus owned. Fine, I get it. But then the next
Disabled
one,
owned.
disabled owned.
Oh my
You're like,
God.
I didn't know
Dude,
that was like a
problem
crutch
is
anymore.
now is like they qualify everything as a
Right.
disability. Anorexia is a disability.
Yeah, that's
obesity is a disability.
Bro,
Well,
it's
fucking
Just to have a
bulimia
crutch.
is a-
Just to have a crutch.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah,
to
our
them.
business is left-hand owned, right?
Yeah.
Like you could just like, how much more are you going to dice people up into these? Like, I'm disabled owned.
So
You're like,
soft.
what is that supposed? What am I like?
Do you think it's the L, the G, the B, the T, or the Q that's owned?
Yeah, like who?
They would never want you to know.
Who is in that group? That's a pretty huge. But you pretty much named everyone but straight
There's a
people.
plus, too.
Yeah, that's everyone but straight people. They should have just done like
Not
this
straight
basic
owned.
info. We have 2 legs. If you're not owned by anyone with 2 legs and a straight white male, and that would describe everything they said. It's really like. Imagine that's your
I think
identity.
they should have just, I don't even know, label it
You know what
as
the
just
worst part of
victims
this
plus.
is?
They have 200,000 followers.
Yeah, they have like more followers than like David Spade.
They have more followers than us.
That's crazy. That's actually
All right,
crazy.
So wait, but going back to this
That's
photo,
sad.
going back to this thing, the main commenter, I guess the biggest one at the top, named Father Nathan Monk, and his comment is, "Okay, I identify as someone who doesn't wear this shirt." What a
Thank you, Father.
Yeah,
What a
what a
What a
fucking
pure
comedian.
heart, bro.
Hold on. We go to his page; it gets better.
What the fuck is that?
Bro, this motherfucker has
is that
400
Spring Breakers in church?
Yeah,
Homie,
Look at that.
he has some random.
He has some fucking followers.
No. Look at the header photo.
Yeah, look at the
header photo's
chicks with
creepy.
the ski masks.
Yeah, that's some fucking weird fever dream of his.
What a
Yeah,
weirdo.
so here's the intro to his page. We're gonna dig a little. This is what he writes. Hey y'all, welcome to my little part of the internet. I'm glad to have you. I work hard to keep this place safe and open for discussion. Here are some of his rules. I'm Southern as fuck, AF, and I'll bless your heart right out of here if you don't abide. I'm an author. I sell books. Number 3, if you write Part 1, I'm an author, sell books. Number 3, I'm dyslexic and have ADHD.
Bro,
So my books aren't that
I
great.
fight hard for the neurodivergent community, and there will be zero ableism on my page. What's with all these disabled
Can you
people?
explain to me what's
Wait, wait, wait.
ableism? Ableism
Wait,
is
wait.
what?
He's not done. This is the best line of the whole thing. ACAB, all cops are bastards, applies
That's what it means?
to
Yeah.
grammar Nazis as well. The grammar police.
Hold on.
I hate this guy.
I hate
so
him. I
much.
hate America.
Let me just touch on this point. Ableism is able-bodied people
It's this.
shitting on disabled people.
It's if you didn't have legs and I went, look what I can do.
That's
it.
That's no good.
That's ableism. I can't throw my obviously better working
Features.
limbs at your
Well, it's not just working limbs, right? It's like
just-
if you know how to read and
I know
he
a lot of
doesn't.
people that have legs that can't do that.
Yeah, but isn't ableism just,
what does that
isn't
mean?
ableism just like I know something or I can do something you can't?
Calm down with your ableism.
Right? Like,
Yeah, you need to shut the fuck up with your ableism.
Stop ableism. Whatever the ableism spreading you're doing over there.
It's so irritating to really hear this.
There's just this new language that's just so
But he has
fucking
how many
gay.
followers?
400,000 followers.
Also more than David Spade.
And us.
what a
But
clown.
I gotta just identify his handicap to really push this brand into overdrive. Anyways, he blabs a long time and nobody likes him, and he literally.
When I said he has ADHD.
Come on, that guy has. Oh wait, hold on. More to the bio. I forgot. Number 4.
I'm a queer.
I'm queer, married to a woman, and the dad to 3 kids.
I am
Basically,
so
no one
lost.
around here fits into a box, and we aren't interested. We broke out of the box and aren't going back.
So he's obviously not a priest.
Yeah, I don't know what the whole the
So
shtick has to be.
wait. So just
But just this guy exists.
so he wasn't queer. He had kids and then came out as a queer, and now he wants
You
no
don't need
rules.
to be. You don't need to be straight to come inside a woman, right? Like you can
Sure
still-
you do.
No. You can be straight for that. That's not, you're just like imagine you're a gay dude, but you're like, yo, this bitch is gonna carry our kids. One of you is gonna have to fuck her, right? It makes sense instead of spending money on going to like doing.
Yeah,
the
but like
lab
if you were
work.
dying and you're like,
Do you
you
think
have
that-
to fuck me in the ass to save my life, I don't know if I could do it, is my
Who,
point.
if I asked you, if they said, if someone told me you have to fuck me in the butt to save my life, you wouldn't
Like
fuck me in the,
you have to fuck Val in the butt to save his life.
to save your life.
Would you
His
feel
life.
icked out? Would you feel like ick?
His
Like I
life.
don't want to do that.
Yes. Why
Okay,
would I-
well,
Do you think he feels
That's
icked
my
out
point.
when he was having kids?
yeah, but it's just like he's like I
Yeah,
will
but
get a
could-
baby out of
Right,
this.
Could
but-
you
right.
do it? Is my
But
point.
you saved my life.
Are you getting
No, I
hard?
don't. But I'd be
and-
icked out. I would still be icked out. Like I've
That's
done a
not
lot
my-
of
that's
things.
not my question. Are you
against my own
capable
comfort.
of doing it? Are you capable of getting your dick hard and putting it in his
Well,
ass?
it's-
No.
It's
It
a
would
good
be a
enough size to
transfer.
come in.
I would go from my gay boyfriend's ass into this wife I'm about to splooge into. Like I'm not gonna go in there and do all like you start there. Like if I have to know how long do I have to fuck him in the butt? If I just gotta penetrate, I'm gonna
No,
get
you
hard.
gotta come in there.
That's I can come in there with him holding his asshole open for me. I'll just squirt in there like I'm
No, you
loading a
can't.
gun.
No, you can't. It's not strong enough of a
I will
splooge.
get one of those. I know. I'll just drip in there like a sad tear.
Tune into
Are you a shooter?
Patreon to see this.
Are you a
happen.
shooter, or are you kind of like clumps come out?
Dude, I don't have clumpy cum. If what
Not
you're
yet.
asking. Okay, but
Not
I've
yet.
never
Like a
been.
volcano?
I'm not really good at. I wish I made more cum.
What?
What?
Like I don't cum as much as I want to. Like I wish I had porn cum. Like you see them in porn and they're like literally icing a cake.
Yeah, they're taking the
Right.
rhino pills Kyle buys at the
So
gas station.
I took those
Take
once, but I threw up
macaroon.
all
You should be
night.
taking macaroon and ashwagandha, and then you'll have a lot more coming out.
What?
Take ashwagandha and macaroon.
What shows who? Wakanda? What?
What?
Ashwagandha,
Like-
not Wakanda
That's
for
like
life.
Wakanda forever.
Are you having a stroke? What are you saying?
What the
See, you idiots don't even know what the
Ashwagandha?
fuck that is.
Thought that was like a.
Ashwagandha.
Oh, I thought
It's
that was
a
like
That sounds like a country in Africa that
Yeah.
nobody
It's a
lives
supplement.
in.
dish at my favorite restaurant. I'll get the ashwagandha, but no pita.
Ashwagandha. You idiots.
What is it? Oh, we're the idiots.
Ashwagandha
This guy didn't know what
is a
all cops are.
supplement.
He didn't know what ACAB was. You skipped
he's
over
You
that
didn't give
one.
a fuck about that. But
All
these
cops are
acronyms-
bastards. What are you?
These-
Hold on.
You
He's
friend of
just,
the
stupid
he's just
acronyms.
making up this word. Go ahead. Explain to me. What,
Okay, so basically you drink Wakanda for life semen. No, I'm kidding. Ashwagandha, it's a supplement, bro.
Stop saying it,
Yes,
but
it
what
is.
is it? Like,
It's-
what's some-
it helps you like produce more semen. It's good for men. It's all that good shit. So search it up. I'm not a fucking Jordan Peterson here.
Ashwagandha. It's a plant.
Right. Exactly. It's a plant.
Really? This is what helps you come more?
And maca root. Type in maca root.
Like macaroons?
Does that
Maca root.
sounds like
Roots.
a fucking rapper.
Maca root is a
Macaroon's got some fire.
young maca root. This
You're
is
such a
crazy.
fucking immigrant. Where are you eating these flowers?
Oh, I've eaten those little red things. Didn't help me come a
idiots.
lot.
Yeah. No, it helps. But whatever. It doesn't matter. If you want to keep clumping out fucking volcano fucking semen, you might as well have some of this and you'll have nice filled up bowls.
I can't wait until that gives you cancer 4 years from now.
Would you get cancer 4 years from now to come more?
He probably would.
Does it really, like...
It helps. I drank 2 of them today, 2 pills.
Do you have them? Where are they?
They're at home. What do you mean? What
you
do you think?
don't
I
want-
carry them in my
do
pocket?
me a favor. Click on that uses and side effects thing.
Okay, let's see. Where am I?
Right there. Right there. You were on it. Yep.
This?
No, the thing that's right there. The green thing in the middle where it says uses and side effects.
Okay.
Right next to
Okay,
the
yeah, yeah.
photos.
I don't know why I'm using this laptop. Okay, let me read. I'm going to go a little bigger because I'm blind. It's a shrub that grows in Asia and Africa. It is commonly used for stress. There's little evidence for its use as an adaptogen. Don't know what that is.
That means coming more.
Ashwagandha contains chemicals that might help calm the brain, reduce swelling, lower blood pressure, and alter the immune system.
Aging. You understand?
I don't see the word semen in here once.
Yeah, they're not like, yo, my man, you becoming a lot.
All right, can you type in macaroon now, please? Do me a
didn't
favor.
learn anything.
Educate yourself, please.
A macaroon?
Yes. MACA space root. Kyle, can you get my bag for a second? You know what
Don't
I'm
bring
talking
this
about, right?
fucking Asian into
I've never
your...
heard of this, but I'll buy some from
All
He's
right,
reselling dick pills during summer.
it's 50 a pill, bro.
Macaroon.
Macaroon. Look,
Look,
he's
look,
shriveled
look,
up
look like
nut.
my
It looks
balls.
like a
It literally
shriveled
looks
up
like something a
nutsack.
Girl Scout selling.
Correct. And fills up. Look,
It's a love child of a potato and a white radish. No one's been eating either a potato or a white radish and went like, yeah, let's combine these.
watch. Just
It
please.
grows wild. It looks like dried out fucking fried chicken. So what
go.
is that? I don't know what it does for you. There's a
Wait,
bunch of
homie,
Mexicans.
what kind of website is this? I don't know.
What's going on? So you don't even know what it
Energy
does for you.
potion. Look.
All right. I don't know what an aptogen is, but I'm sure
Whatever.
someone
Listen, the
tuning
point
in
of the
will
story
explain.
is, you know, do you still wake up with a boner at your age?
Yes.
What about you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah,
Besides the health, okay?
Yeah. I still get like morning wood. I
Yeah?
get like random boners too.
Really?
Like now.
Yeah, I'll still no, not right now.
if you sit in the podcast room,
Mike,
you ever
you
got a
think it would
boner?
be- trust me, if I had a boner, you wouldn't even be able to see.
You gotta save Val's life.
Yeah.
I can't get a boner in these pants because
Why?
Because it'll be
Yeah,
visible.
why? Because they're painted on.
That's why.
Kind of.
Yeah, that's yeah. You got to wear sweats.
Yeah. Well.
Do you get random boners? You're young. You should.
Yeah, it's the macaroot.
Yeah.
Where are you buying that?
The pants or
health
the
stores.
macaroon?
Macaroot?
Or
It
Amazon.
sounds like it would be in the like produce section of Vons.
No, you can get it at Whole Foods anywhere you want. You put it in your smoothies
Is your
also.
mic dropping too much? Need help with it?
No, I'm just kind of like.
You just gotta hold it up and have him tighten it
No,
for
it's
you.
good. It's good. I like,
You're
I
right.
like
Just
this.
slouch down a little more.
Macaroot, very healthy for you.
Janky ass.
But since it's
Listen, this is an expensive. These mics are not cheap, and neither are these holders. Fucking
These holders.
These little
Cinder
fucking
blocks.
What about the cinder blocks?
Don't talk about the cinder blocks. They can't see the cinder blocks, guys.
You got
They
a
can't
roaming
see-
camera. Where is it?
It's not plugged in. We're still every week they will get new features.
How are we gonna work like this?
We're fine,
I think we're good.
right?
Yeah. But
Speaking of working boners, and this is going to be a good transition. Could we discuss the fact that Robert De Niro at
Had a
age
child.
79
Great
years
transition.
old, 79, and it's his 7th kid.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like at that
50
age,
year difference with his first kid, right?
Who?
One of his kids is like 50 years old already.
yeah,
his
that's a grandparent.
Kid, yeah, his
crazy.
kid is a grandparent, right?
That's a great grandparent if you're Mexican.
Yeah. If you're black, that's like great.
Why do you think he did that? It's like a
Why
prank.
do I think he did that? Because he wanted to come.
No,
and
it's-
like he was just like, I guess I'll put it in here.
Yeah,
because
because
he has a lot
I
of
get
money,
this because
obviously.
he goes, I can
Right.
afford this, right?
Right.
Like, I'm more angry at someone with 7 kids who lives in like
Yeah, a
the
one bedroom
fucking, like,
apartment.
yeah, and you're just like, why are you still fucking?
Right.
Like, at what point? Like, I don't get it because like our moms, I'm sure, talk about it. My mom constantly about kids, and you're just like, do I really make you that happy that you would wish for me to have a kid? Like, I can't be like, there's nothing fulfilling
homie,
to me
if you
about a
had
child.
De Niro's money, you wouldn't give a fuck, bro.
Right, but I'm asking people who are poor, right? Like,
Wait,
even not poor.
How old is De Niro's wife?
I was gonna find that out.
Yeah, can we find that out? Can we run that back? Run it forward.
It'd be awesome if he just came in a 22-year-old and you're like, De Niro has a mistress. You're like, yeah, that's.
So they don't know. It's a rumor. But Mr. Like a lady. He's kind of never been married. I don't think, has he?
I thought he had a wife.
No, he had a wife, I think. Yeah. He's into black girls. He loves black girls.
Tiffany Chen. Oh, jeez. He must.
Definitely black.
Well, he's a part owner in Nobu, so he definitely loves Asians.
Wait, hold on. Did you just assume that it's an Asian because of the last name?
Tiffany. Yeah, I didn't meet too many fucking black guys named Tiffany Chen.
Search it up. Let me see how she looks like right now.
Tiffany Chen. What the fuck does this lady look like? Nothing. She doesn't even show up. She's a film producer. Oh, good God.
Oh my God.
She literally looks like a Korean dictator.
That's crazy. That's
Come
a
on,
recent
man.
one, I think.
If you're gonna,
How old is
I
she?
guess at 79, his vision must be going, but his dick still works.
For 79, he's not doing bad, but
No.
at the same time, it's Robert
She
De
looks
Niro.
like
And he also has
Blanca from
movies
Street
coming
Fighter.
out. He has movies
Literally
coming
looks
out
like-
every other month.
She looks like Blanca.
But he's a beast, bro.
Who's Blanca now? I gotta like. There she is. Probably gonna get called out for that.
100%.
Yeah, that's racist.
That's fucking Robert De Niro. Fuck Blanca. 79. Come on.
I haven't played Street Fighter in such a
Insane.
long time. Great game.
My man's
also-
gonna only live 2 years to see the kid.
He doesn't care.
Yeah, I just like, but yeah, I don't care. If I was that rich,
It's fucked up.
I guess you just go and you keep it. Like, why wouldn't you just be like, all right, get an abortion? Like, I understand pregnant. I
Wait.
get pregnant, but why keep it?
I mean, like, it also might, her body, her choice. Like, he doesn't have a say in that.
All right, when you're Robert De Niro, it's like, do you want to be another statistic, or can we just fucking get rid of this baby? But then I guess she's kind of popular. She's like a
Yeah,
film
I mean,
producer. You
like,
can't
if she
make her
wants to keep
disappear.
it, you can't really, like, Robert De Niro's not about to drop kick
Yeah,
her.
but Robert De Niro could also hug her extra tight every day.
So it's crazy that
Like,
his
oh my
sperm.
God, I love you so much.
Look at these new stairs I installed.
Crazy that his sperm still works. That's insane. I have friends that are like 30 years old. Their shit
Dude,
doesn't
you know
work.
what's
What if it's a
crazy?
conspiracy?
There's so many interviews of him drinking Wakanda and macaroni.
Wakanda.
Yeah.
He's drinking Wakanda. He was
Wakanda.
drinking Wakanda before, actually. That's the thing.
Yeah. What if it's a conspiracy and someone else got her pregnant, but he just wants to make it look like he's
What if it
still
was Jeffrey
masculine?
Epstein that got her pregnant?
That dude's been dead for so long.
You believe that?
I don't know.
Here we go.
But like if De Niro wants to look more masculine at 79 to keep getting
He's
roles.
De Niro.
Yeah. Have you seen his latest like decade
No, I
of
don't watch.
work?
Look, I firmly believe once you hit like 70, your best years are behind you, and you should just chill the fuck
Who's
out.
been dope after 70? Rodney Dangerfield? You don't even know who that is.
I know who Rodney
Okay.
Dangerfield
Yeah, he's a
is.
beast.
He's dead.
But I feel like his last good movie, he was like 60 something.
Who?
Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh. I don't know. I can't argue that, so I'm not sure.
How old's Morgan Freeman? He started to stop making shit movies 10 years ago.
Did he though? He still once in a while. He does so many that it's like playing roulette. Like at some point he's gonna hit, right? Rodney Dangerfield. Wow.
Well, he looks. You guys kind of look the same a little bit. I'll be honest with you.
That's you're looking at you 30 years from now.
You guys look similar. I'll be honest.
Yeah, okay. So he was born in 21. His last good movie we can all agree on. Bro, he did Little Nicky and he was 79. He was in there for 5 minutes, but
Yeah, he's not starring. Like, what was the last movie he starred in?
all right, Ladybugs, a classic.
How old? How old was he?
71.
Right there. Right at the cusp.
71. He's probably the last good.
Yeah, I can think of
No,
like
Rickles was a beast for a minute when he got old.
Bro, we're discussing what? Their good shit? Yeah, I guess he still was. But just
Rickles
like a
was a
grumpy
beast.
old fuck. Yeah, it's hard to maintain an acting career.
And he was
Clint
sharp,
Eastwood,
too.
Clint Eastwood, maybe?
Clint Eastwood was a beast.
fine. I'll give Clint Eastwood a pass because Mule was great.
Mule was a good movie.
Yeah, and he was like 99 when he did it.
And Gran Torino was a great movie too.
Gran Torino was
He's
a good
done
movie.
a lot of movies. I mean, yeah. What are we talking about? Oh, De Niro.
We're talking about
Oh, De Niro's
people that
doing-
are still crushing it.
That's the hope, right? Ugh.
Listen, De Niro's still killing the game, and he owns so many buildings in the
Bro,
city.
he owns
it's
a part of Nobu.
yeah.
Yeah, but at that point, just stop, bro.
Are you gonna stop?
Am I going to stop at 79? I'm not going to. I don't want kids now.
Oh no, I just meant.
What, are you gonna have some
Oh,
more
you're talking about
dogs?
stopping kids or stopping doing anything? Because at 79, I'd be like, just stop. That's why I don't understand.
Yeah, but
like
you
people-
die.
I don't
You
understand.
stop
like,
and die.
I don't understand like people like who are like our presidential like choices are literally. You're just like, is that what you want to be doing at 80? Like I don't
not
want to
even
do
that,
that
bro.
at almost 40.
I don't trust anyone 80 years old to do shit, let alone like, bro. Like, you have a grandmother. Would you trust her with like your McDonald's order, let alone the country?
I literally don't trust her to walk up a flight of stairs.
Yeah,
I have
like-
to hold her arm and like we treat grandma like she's a fucking
But
glass.
how old is grandma?
She's like 75.
She's,
Okay.
So she's younger than Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Younger than Joe Biden, younger than Donald Trump, and younger than most of the people that'll stand on stage with them or
Right.
be vice president or anything else.
If there was a girl that was like, you know, into the whole LGBTQ, she would start yelling right now in the middle of the podcast.
These fucking millennials are for children. Facebook group is gonna hate us. Yeah, dude, it's just way too fucking old. Like, I don't want to do any of that at my age. Like, that responsibility
crazy.
sounds. You have to just be doing it strictly for money and power because
it's
everything
just
else is just
all-
a headache. It's just like every 2
Yeah,
minutes.
it's bro. They're all fucking corrupt, and before the fucking Capitol stormers get all angry, like
They are
I think
corrupt.
Joe Biden is just as corrupt as Donald Trump, who's just as corrupt as every other fucking U.S. president.
No, it's just every politician. Period.
Also, don't forget, it's being a president in this country is so scaled that they just show up to like these meetings and like shows and this that. They don't do nothing, bro. You think they're sitting there
Dude, I
reading
don't
the
know. I don't know one platform. Like politics used to be like, oh, that guy's for this and this guy's for this. I don't know what any presidential candidate or even like any of the other fucking people in power. What are their platforms? All you hear is them just like, yelling and talking shit, and then like, oh, the latest thing is like send the tranny into the hallway, right? They're like that. I'm like, but wait, are you guys getting anything done?
No, it's Montana.
Also, homie, how much can you get done in 4 years and then you have to battle again? You have to prep to battle again for the
in
next
all
4 years.
seriousness, though,
Yeah.
like that tranny should run for president because if you manage to get elected as a tranny in Montana, it's like you,
I think she represented like 12 people though, dude.
It doesn't matter, bro. You've got the greatest campaigning skills on earth, apparently.
But the crazy part is like
I don't know.
It's almost
That's
like
subjective.
they throw this transgender lady out, right? And then they're like, dude, you're just gonna make her famous, and that's all they did,
Right. But but they're too old to understand that. that's the problem.
dude. It's like watching these fucking politicians try to understand, like when the Google.
Oh no, the greatest one was the
The
Zuckerberg.
Facebook, when the Facebook and the Google guys have to go before the Senate, and they're like asked the dumbest questions,
Yeah.
like, "Hey, if I move my phone across the room over there, did you see that one?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Will you be able to track it?" He's like,
What?
I mean, if you sign up for these things," he's like, "But you won't know that I walked across the room with my phone." He's like, "Bro,
why does this
I was
matter?
like, I'm on Facebook. I don't know what phone. That's a like." And it's just these people are in charge of everything. I'm blown away. We got weed. I am so blown away.
Why?
They're still past. They're allowing weed in this
No,
country.
I'm not-
It's all seems like it's get like. How does anything get
well,
done?
my man, let's numb everybody out, tell them to get them mad high and do whatever the fuck we want. Why is that a bad plan?
No, I'm just surprised
Yeah.
that like they gave that to us. Like that they.
You catch the George Santos news today? Do you know
Oh,
who that is?
Yeah.
What happened?
You know George Santos? He owns Santos Party House in New York. No, I'm kidding. That's just the.
No, I didn't catch
I was
that
like,
one.
that too?
Yeah, I didn't catch that one. Sorry.
George Santos looks like a plastic doll.
So George Santos got elected to Congress by basically lying about everything. Like when I say everything, I mean like he lied about being Jewish. He lied about where he went to college. He lied about his fucking like he opened up
Where
like
he
a
worked.
doggy adoption place where he was taking care of sick dogs. Lied about that. Like when I say everything, I literally mean everything. And then so he got arrested today for what's they call wire fraud, but it's basically because his campaign was going around collecting fake donations for things like we're gonna go help puppies, and then he was putting it into his pocket for his campaign.
Yo, but if you look at
Not
him,
surprised,
if
honestly.
you look at him, you're like, this dude is
Terrifying looking.
He looks he's just a slime ball.
He looks like the gay villain in a movie.
All politics looks slimy though.
No,
Look at that guy.
Oh my god.
Fucking, it looks like a fucking gay turtle.
He does look like he does Botox though. That's for sure.
Definitely
That's crazy.
on his butthole.
Yo, but he crushed a good salesman, I guess, huh?
Well, no, he's going to jail, right?
This is the only country
Is
where
he going
we'll
to jail?
elect. Yeah, he's definitely going to go to jail. But this is the only country where we elect that to Congress. Like, I'm like, you look
You know
at
why?
that.
Because we don't vote. You vote?
My man. No.
He
Do you
can't.
vote? Do you vote?
Yeah.
No.
No, I don't vote.
I'm
What
an
do you mean you
alien.
can't?
He's joking. I'm a citizen, but I don't vote. For what am I voting for? It doesn't matter if my vote. They're not going to count it anyway. Even
There's-
if I genuinely want somebody to win, they will pick the
There's going to
side
be
they
so
want to win.
many angry
Who
comments
gives a
about
fuck,
this.
bro?
I mean, I agree with you on a
don't
different. I
believe
agree
it,
with
bro.
you on why I don't on not voting. I'm sure votes count.
Where?
It doesn't matter to me though, because I've said this before. I'm a straight white male, and until straight white males stop running the world, my interests are always protected. Right? That's it. The people in power are straight white males. Well, most of them are homosexuals in the closet.
Homie,
but, like,
give it
at
another
least
2 years. That's not going to be the case.
Yeah, I mean, in 2 years, I will be that tranny. I'll be in here
Yeah.
with tits, no dick. Be like, see, my interests are protected.
You'd be undeletable.
I would have the UCLA would literally they would live in our office. We would just be suing everybody.
See?
We get back on
See,
Shopify
that's why
in 20 minutes.
you two are just not worried about the future because you guys are not going to have any kids. So you guys are not scared of what's going to happen.
Why are you trying to have kids?
Oh man, I don't know. Just want some fucking
You know
little
why he's
homies
trying to have
running around.
kids? 'Cause he's a piece of shit and good looking. And when you're good looking, you look in the mirror like, yo, let's make.
Yeah,
let's
but
make something
Estee
dope.
is good looking too, so maybe you can switch the fucking routine up on the looks.
All right.
Through Estee.
I have ugly is the dominant gene usually.
No, my dad's ugly. My dad looks like a terrorist. You want to see
Yeah,
what my
was
dad
your mom
looks like?
ugly?
No. She's a cutie. She just has like a little mole on her head that I'm like kind of like skeptical about. I don't know where she-
Your mom has a mole? That's just a fucking Russian antenna.
Yeah, she keeps telling me to delete my mole right here. She's like, you got to get rid of that before summer. I'm like,
Why? Delete your mole?
Hold on.
I'm like,
I
Mom,
wanna-
I use it as a chocolate chip.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm hungry. Huh?
How old are you?
30.
When do you want to have kids? 79?
Nah. I think in like 4 years, 5 years.
You want to lose that much money a year and have a headache?
cares?
I don't
Who
know.
cares?
We live in debt in this country anyway, right?
Name one person you know with kids that's happy.
My friend Chevy.
Nah, you made that up.
Yeah,
No,
seriously.
no, he takes them everywhere, does jiu-jitsu with them, works out with them, has a good time with them.
Yeah, but have you
He's
ever
like a
asked
little
them
Joe
if you-
Rogan.
if
Did
you-
it ever occur to you that he has to do those things?
Some sense, yes.
And then he has to be happy about it?
No, that's not true. He loves his kids.
I'm sure
No,
he
you
loves
love
his
your
kids.
kids. Yeah, like I love every poop I've ever taken. You know what I mean? Like my shit don't stink.
No,
I
that's
love
not
that.
true. I don't love every poop I've taken. Some of the poops are fucking
Every
good.
poop I take is orgasmic.
I got
I'm
crazy.
sure
I
everyone-
got crazy hemorrhoids, so my shit's a little
ribbed,
different.
huh?
Yeah,
I'm jealous.
exactly. A little blood in there.
Sounds lovely.
You,
like a
you
black
have
cherry.
bloody-
Pass that on
you
to
have
your
bloody
kids.
shits. I feel like no.
No. My shits are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to pass that on to your kids.
Oh, hemorrhoids?
The bloody shits, yeah.
So no
Bloody-
problem. My ass looks like a baboon's ass. The shit just piles out like 2 pillows out of there.
Oh god, that's such a gross visual.
That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you're going to get to 35 and be like, yeah, I don't want fucking kids.
If I keep living around you guys, maybe.
Hey, you know what? Kids are fucking awful.
Awful.
Dude,
Awful.
they have every there's
Shut up.
there's a higher
5 years ago, you were telling me, yo, I'd love to have a kid. Now you're like, move to LA.
Yeah, oh
fucking
my
He
God.
hung, he hung out with me enough.
Yeah,
5 years
exactly.
ago, I was a much different person, Val. I would like to evolve.
Well, it's perspective if you evolved in a positive way.
No, I just realized that this company is the child, and it can't disappoint me nearly as much as the living. Like, dude, if you have a kid and that kid rapes someone,
99.
like, do you know how horrible
Are
that
you
is?
an idiot? You're basically betting on the fact that your kid's gonna.
No, but if
No.
they do, who do they come blaming? How was he raised? Oh, well, that fucking
Well, are you gonna?
misogynistic
Are you,
piece of
well,
shit.
yeah. If you're not gonna be around, most likely it's
No,
possible.
you can't control it. It's
Did
like
you
if
just call his
someone's
kid a rapist?
what if my kid's my
Well,
child grows
he's
up
basically
No.
assuming that his kid might.
There's a higher chance my child grows up to be a rapist than ever does anything great in the
Successful?
world. Yeah, there's a higher chance. There's way more rapists than billionaires.
Yeah, but what if your parents had the same mentality having you, bro?
Yeah, because they're dumb. They drank vodka and ate
Yeah,
old
but now you
potatoes
have a
in Russia,
fucking
and they
successful
reproduced.
brand.
And
Yeah,
And you're
but
successful.
My
And?
child won't be.
So your theory doesn't
my
work.
child won't have immigrant mentality. My child will be a spoiled little rich kid, and I don't want that.
Yeah, but you can control that. That's
No, you
bro,
can't.
That's a
Because
crazy
if I
excuse.
love something, I'll spoil the fuck out of it.
I hope you're doing this. I hope you're doing this in 5 years still, where he's fucking burping this kid into the microphone.
Yeah.
Just miserable, all aged,
would never spoil your
wrinkled.
kid.
What'd
Yeah.
you say?
You wouldn't spoil your kid.
Why wouldn't I spoil my kid?
Because
Why
you don't
would I not?
spoil yourself.
I don't, but I spoil everyone else.
Yeah, he's definitely got homeless tendencies for himself.
Yeah.
But he's really nice to other people.
Yeah, I just
Yes,
don't like. I need a constant reminder that if everything goes to shit, I can still survive. So
Yeah.
I'm always ready to go sleep in a tent.
Like he goes to Nobu, pays for everyone else, and takes a tomato and salt and just cuts it up at the table.
Right, everyone's
Yeah,
pulling
he's-
up. Everyone's pulling up in Rolls Royces, and I have my Jeep.
Yeah, he's in his Jeep where he can have 3 of those.
Right,
He still
and then
chooses-
well, that's my problem.
He's like the same dude that
No, the
enjoys
reason-
sleeping in his backyard.
I
So.
do. I do love my peasant activities. I think it's just like fun to cosplay as a homeless person or poor.
You're great at it.
He said cosplay.
Yeah, I love cosplaying as like, oh, let's go camping, and then you're like,
Gotta go back to Russia.
Dude, I went camping once.
We're gonna send you back.
yo, this is a wild thing that happened
Send
to
him to
me.
the front lines.
This
Send you
is,
to the front lines.
this is a wild thing that happened to me because we're talking about camping. My parents used to take us like camping once in a while in Jersey, or at least my dad would, with a bunch of
You
other
can
dads.
camp in Jersey?
Well, you just go to these campsites.
Oh, okay.
Like they have like campsites with like, there's a toilets at the bottom of the hill, and then you like pull in, you pay like $5 or $10, and they're like, you go to this campsite, and then like 100 feet away is another one. And I've realized like why lakes freak me out.
Me too.
I don't like lakes.
No.
I don't like lakes at all.
I don't fuck with
and
them.
I'll tell you why. Because when I was like 7 or 8 years old, we went to this campground and we stayed over. So the next day you go to the lake, and there's people like us who are there to like.
You got molested in a lake.
No, almost. There's people who go to these campgrounds like us. They're just there for like the vacation trip. But there's people who live on these campgrounds, like permanently. And the lake, as I'm walking up to it, was full of, I shit you not, kids. And I didn't go in the lake. And to this day, lakes freak me out because I thought at age 7 that lakes would turn me.
And look what happened.
So I've been in a
turned
lot
out
of
just
lakes.
fine.
I've been in
That lazy
a
eye
lot.
kind of looks like you got it from the fucking lake.
Yo, you don't know how crazy my lazy eyes. I can look at both of you at once and tell you exactly what's going on.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Whose hair is fucked up and who's
Yeah,
not.
if I was a barber, I could cut 2 heads.
My boy Larry has a lazy eye and he has to go like that for them to spread.
I can control it.
And
pretty-
let me see. You do it in the camera.
That's
Oh shit.
weird.
Yeah,
You
that's
look like
cool.
Rob Schneider.
That's cool.
Thank you. Well, that's my fallback plan if this doesn't work out.
That's why you're
Just gonna
smart. You
join
probably
this-
have 2 brains in there.
I think
One's
it makes
good.
I think that would actually make you like really.
Calm down with the ableism.
Yeah. Excuse me. You with your one brain.
Yeah, you guys are so
And
dumb.
your 2 eyes that point in the same direction.
Oh my god. Now speaking of Russia though,
Oh.
can I show you guys a little propaganda commercial?
Of course you can. I
Can,
know.
we play that?
So Val has apparently.
Even though to me it's a normal commercial, it's propaganda for whoever watched it.
So I'm gonna pull this up. Val has this video.
Wait,
It's
did
a
you grow
Russian-
up on this?
This is Val's
On
Russian
this-
propaganda
No, this
video.
just came out.
No,
so-
no, no. I mean, like, just in general, how used to it are you to seeing Russian propaganda videos?
Oh, to me this is normal. I think this is great.
See,
So I don't know.
I left Russia too soon to see this, but we always had a weird radio in our house.
I love that.
And it played Russian radio, and everyone thought it was.
I love that this is like in 480.
Yeah, well, it's pulled off Instagram, so please.
It's imported
all right?
from VHS
Yeah.
in Russia.
You can zoom into it though off
I
the laptop.
can't zoom into it.
What do you mean? It's
'Cause it was a
2023.
fucking-
Yeah, of course. There you go.
Russian propaganda advert 20. Oh, so this
I
is
see,
old.
it's recent.
This is last
This is
year.
recent.
All right, here
baby.
we go. How long?
So look, before
gonna
it
be
starts, I
Russian?
just want to make sure I explain this to everybody. So this right here promotes Russia why it's not good to go live in America and why America's bad.
Yes, we understand what a Russian propaganda video is.
Well, it depends. Listen, it could be directed towards
I
anybody.
can't
But
wait
yeah.
to see this because if it starts on an airplane and there isn't a mass shooting, this is already a bad propaganda
This
video.
better end with it crashing in the Twin
Oh,
Towers.
shut up and watch it. Shut up.
Is it
Come
going to
on.
be in Russian, Val?
It's in Russian, but there's
Okay,
English
so once again,
subtitles.
for anyone listening and not following along on YouTube, I don't know, you're just gonna have to pull this video up, or learn Russian.
В Америку летите?
Да, переезжаем.
Америка самая свободная страна. Страна возможностей.
А вы с мужем летите?
Да, мы вместе. Он сейчас подойдет. А вот и мой муж. Знакомьтесь.
Girl sister.
Yeah, so it's a fat lesbo.
Простите, мистер. Пассажиры позади вас вегетарианцы. Им неприятно, что при них употребляют мясо.
That's funny.
Простите, но в США принято придерживаться принципов демократии. Позвольте, я это заберу.
It's funny because it's accurate.
Очередь в туалет.
What do you want?
В очередь, говорю, вставь в туалет.
I want to go to the toilet.
Why is he in English?
Что случилось?
Да вот парень без очереди лезет тут.
И что? Вы не хотите его пропустить?
Я?
Конечно, конечно. Его надо пропустить. Мы подождем. Его народ долгие годы терпел притеснение белых. Мы перед всеми афроамериканцами в долгу.
Watch.
Простите нас.
Прошу вас.
That's crazy, no? So,
First of all, can I just ask one question? They're flying to America?
Yeah.
Why is there an English-speaking black guy flying to America?
well, you don't know.
Russia?
From Moscow, there's plenty of black people in Moscow. It's not like it's forbidden to be black in Moscow, so they're flying to America.
I mean, to be fair, they did a phenomenal job.
Yeah,
That was
honestly,
great.
the best part of that was the
meat?
The meat.
The vegetarian. The first one, they should have given her purple hair and like a couple piercings.
Yeah.
That's not even shocking anymore to anyone.
But you see, they didn't want to like shock the Russians too much. They wanted
Don't
to.
go to America.
This is softcore. like
This is honestly doesn't make America look that bad.
Right,
Like,
but-
there's way worse things about America.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
Russians, they
freaked out about this?
Yeah, they get freaked out about that. They're like, we have
we have to kneel for black
They're
people.
like, we can't eat meat because others don't eat meat. Oh, we're not going.
You think
They're like,
I
I
can't wait to
can't eat
drop a
cow tongue?
tranny in Moscow and see how they react.
Well,
that
they
should
do
be,
have them.
that
They
should
do
be the
have
new
them, yeah.
fear factor.
No, they do have them there a lot actually right now. But Putin says he's like, yo, you guys do what you got to do, but don't start marches. Like, he's like, don't start
I
marching.
thought he executed gay people.
No, he
He's-
never executed gay people. That's fucking nonsense.
Oh,
he just
okay.
said you homies do your thing, but let's not start parading.
Putin
This,
went
this
to a
feels
bu-
like Russian propaganda. Right now.
Putin went to a bunch of trannies and said, "You homies do your thing."
Pretty much. in other words.
All right, can I give you a better Russian propaganda video?
Yeah.
So I found this video, and it's the FBI just released footage, not footage, a tape on what to do. I'm assuming, I think it's like tips or a survival guide on how to survive a mass shooting.
Oh my god.
No joke. This is real. This is
Like a-
produced.
it's the new fire alarm.
It's
Do you remember, like as a kid, you would have like
Yeah.
earthquake drills
Yeah.
where you'd have to get under your desk.
The
too.
fire drills were insane. This is gonna be
But that's the crazy. Before I play this, that's what I was like thinking about too. I'm like, I hit, at least me. I graduated high school in 2002. I hit such a sweet pocket where we didn't have school shootings yet. Really, they
Right.
weren't like we had like Columbine, but like that's it. And then the scariest thing we had was bomb threats. But that was always some kid calling it in to skip school to make like. To
They
like,
still
oh
do
fuck!
them.
I forgot
Yeah.
to study for a test. Like, let's call in a bomb threat. Like, and then we had fire drills, but we didn't have like bomb drills like people had to have
We had
during
earthquake
like
drills.
wars.
Get on the table.
You guys had those?
We had earthquake drills, but
We had
yeah, I
nothing.
guess the West Coast thing.
Yeah,
But
we
yeah,
had
you guys
nothing.
see people talk shit about communist countries, but we're over here having fucking
Who's we?
No, I'm saying in Russia and
What?
in Ukraine, you ever seen a mass shooting before?
No, because they just don't report it. It's like when you
No,
live in a
they
nice
never had one.
Yeah, when you're in a nice neighborhood,
So
they kind of
Serbia's-
hide all the crimes.
Did you see what happened in Serbia? 2 mass shootings in 2 days, and their government went, "Yeah, no more guns, guys.
No more what?
No, more guns."
No more guns. It's crazy.
You know what's weird? I had this thought about that. Do you like realistically, my thoughts on guns? Because I was just like, yo, it's getting so crazy out there, right? Like, I really don't even want to go to the movies. And half the time it's like, dude, I don't want to go to a theme park. And it's just not because I'm like, yeah, maybe a part of me's scared because you're like, dude, some dude could just blow your head off for, like, in traffic the other day, someone cut me off and Estee was like, yo, just chill out about, like, chasing him and honking. Because she's like, you don't know who's going to pull a gun on you. So I was just trying to think about, like, I personally don't give a fuck if guns exist. And I know that's like, because they don't play a role in my life at all. Like, yeah, it's fun to shoot, but if it comes at the cost of like people dying, I'm like, I don't need this hobby. Now, the people who treat guns the way I treat cameras would freak out if all of a sudden people were like, you know, cameras are killing people. I would be the first one being like, yo, you guys aren't using them right. Like, I'm a responsible camera owner. So I understand my view is very like, I'm probably not alone, but I'm not the majority. But I'm like, I don't really need guns. Like, if there were no guns, my life wouldn't change. Like, nothing in my life would change.
They'll find
Like,
something
would it-
else to kill people with, though.
No. I'm not asking whether they'll find someone. I agree with you with that. But if you didn't have guns in your life, how would your life change?
It wouldn't change.
Exactly. So it's like, that's my argument.
I'll
What's
be
the
honest
point?
with you. If we're like in a situation like COVID, right? When we were inside our houses and they were telling people in New York, like, yo, clear the streets, this, that, the third. And then people are running around looting houses. And I'm in the house with my mom. I would want to have a little piece with me. Whether am I going to use it or not, it's still
Yeah,
nice to
someone's
have some.
definitely going to use it against you. They're just going to steal it out of your
Well,
hand.
listen, if they're running in the house, right, and I see that the follow-up is them running in the house with a bunch of guns, wouldn't you want to have something?
I'm not disagreeing with you on that, but that's what I'm asking. I'm saying, like, to me,
Circumstantially,
to
obviously,
me,
you know?
I agree with you. But did you get a gun?
Of course not, because I'm not allowed to.
I'm like, I don't even care where you land on gun control. I'm like, I just hate all the solutions people come up with, which is like, oh, we'll just arm all the teachers. Hey, let's send all the kids to school with bulletproof vests. No one's like, maybe, just maybe, that kid can't rent a car, but he can go buy an AR-15. Like, at what point do you just go, maybe do the logical thing? Like, yeah, responsible gun owner, cool, keep your gun. No way, like.
But can I ask you something? How come all these years they never put any armed people to protect
You want
the
to know
schools?
why, bro? Because there isn't, like, that teacher making $14 an hour doesn't
not
have a
gonna
lot of fucking wiggle room to be a hero.
Right.
Like,
An armed guard at a school, what's he going to do, dude?
nothing wrong.
Well, what do you mean? If you put an
Look
ex-Marine
bro,
or
fuck
ex-somebody...
that.
Ex-Marine
Time
doesn't-
out,
dude, someone
out.
runs up with a
Bro,
machine
look at
gun, just
you,
pop, pop.
Look at you, Valdi. An entire police department stood outside while a gang of children got slaughtered. They literally didn't go into the school for 1 hour.
Yeah, now think about how many
And
schools
those
there
are
are.
actual police officers.
I mean, yeah.
You think
but
the security guard who's eating donuts...
I didn't say security guard, though. I'm talking
Yeah,
about...
but you put an armed guard where? At every single door in every school across America with guns?
Well, I'm sorry, but this is the issue that our country's having.
Right, but why not just get rid of the guns? That's my question. Why not?
Okay,
If
so
the
look, all right,
solution-
no problem. Let's get rid of the guns, right?
Right.
But how come out of all the countries that made it popular to do this is our country that made it popular to do this? So what do you think? What do you think
it's
the
the
culture?
guns. It's the
What do you think
guns.
just the guns?
And then, I mean, it's the fact
You're
that...
not telling me that the culture is just completely fried out.
But what is the culture? You enjoy that culture. You love
It's-
50 Cent and Grand Theft Auto.
50 Cent is not America,
So what's
though.
the culture then?
It's also glorified,
That's urban
right?
culture.
No,
that's
I'm talking
different.
about people who talk about killing things, right? Our culture definitely promotes violence in movies everywhere. So where are you saying what culture is, where's the guns are glorified through pop culture. They're not glorified by like the NRA. They're glorified by pop culture. It
depends on the
looks
state.
fucking dope to shoot a machine gun because fucking like, you know, Rambo did it. Not because some like
Yeah, but
70-year-old
oddly
white
enough, bro, we didn't have a mass shooting in the 70s, in the 80s, like
Right.
in the 90s. It's
So make it
it's
make
You know
sense.
why?
Make
Because
it make
cocaine
sense.
was legal.
It's just
Drugs were legal. Drugs, because you had a sexual revolution, and during the sexual revolution, the more people come, the less angry they are.
That's not that. It's people. It's the birth rate going. Like it's too many kids being born. There's a decent chance your kid grows up
What
to
does
be a
that
school
mean?
shooter.
Too many more kids being born,
Bro, too many-
Statistically, you're just like
This
one of
just
them's bound
turned
to
into
be
a crazy
school
Jordan
shooter.
Peterson discussion.
No, I'm just asking.
I'm talking about like kids that were born during like the social media era
Right.
have just kind of grown up with like school shooters being glorified. And
But yeah, let me tell you also
but
another
they
thing that you
died.
guys are forgetting, that in China, social media is ran differently than it is in America.
Yeah, it's
so
a
in
communist
China, kids
country.
can't watch certain shit at 18 years old, and kids over here are watching shit at 11. So that's our fault as a country to not restrict that. So they're
Right,
glorifying.
but you can't
stuff.
restrict that because
Why not?
restricting. I mean, it's the same way that you can't restrict guns.
I don't
right?
understand which side you're on. You were playing Russian propaganda
Yeah.
the first 3
Yeah.
minutes ago.
No, I'm trying to say that
I mean,
you
how do you
guys are
restrict
saying
porn? If you can get access to a machine AR-15 or any gun, then you can get access to porn.
listen, hold
Or
on.
whatever
Before I
you
get
think.
confused, what do you guys propose?
I don't know. There is no solution. There is none.
What
There
do
is-
I propose?
There's no solution because this country is 50 countries all in one, and the problem is you can flow freely between them.
Here's what I propose, and it's a little extreme, but just bear with me.
Okay, I'm ready. Let me hold on.
Here, take like, give me the last fucking school shooter that lived.
Bro, what am I, a fucking like?
fine,
what-
whoever it
what,
is.
I'm running
I'm not
a
a
fan
fanatic.
club. I don't have a fan club anymore.
But you take that person, and then instead of running them through the legal system and fucking putting them in jail for 70 years,
Just kill 'em
and
right away.
feeding them and putting them on death row,
Right.
You take them to the middle of the town where the school shooting was. You invite all of the families.
Thank
you
you.
give them each a can of lighter fluid.
Yes.
And then a book of matches, and
does that
then we
do?
just televise this person's execution.
Example, live by example.
And
Yeah,
then
you're
it goes,
just glorifying it even more. They know they're going to die anyways.
Because
Yeah, but you're not-
no
yeah, but that's not how it works.
consequence.
No, you
Yeah.
created a martyr now.
No, right now in California,
You
do a
create
school-
fear, and they would never do it again.
You do,
If
Yes,
a,
will.
you do a
They
school
get
shooting
murdered anyways.
You do a school shooting in California right now. There's zero chance you get executed. You're going to jail for the rest of your life. You're going to get fed, and that's literally it.
Yeah.
Like,
So the
and
point
also,
is-
don't report the school shootings. Stop giving them the
So
fame.
then why would you put it in the center of town and televise it then?
no, you televise the punishment instead of if
The punishment is what makes that person then look like a martyr to all the other kids who wants to shoot up a school.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure if a couple of people saw that you're fucking little by little cutting off their limbs, they would less likely want to go through a process like
Yeah.
that.
I disagree with you. I think if you did it to enough old rich white people, you would probably see a lot more changes in this country.
Oh, wait.
lighting
Like
them on
for,
fire.
for like way worse, school shooting isn't the worst crime, right? Like if you're gonna start doing that, you might as well do it to like
Absolutely. I agree with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
any bankers.
I think it applies across the board, though,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
I think our justice system is fucked because the punishment doesn't fit the crime.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you go rob a store, even in California, you
Yeah.
can break into a store with a gun. To empty out the cash register, you're going to jail for a night. You're being released the next day,
and then they give you a Metro card?
and then you
Yeah.
have a court date 4 years from now.
Correct.
Right, and then you piss outside of a school, and now you're a pedophile for life.
Yeah, but
Even
Right,
nowadays,
like,
that changed.
What?
Even nowadays, I'm pretty sure that changed. I don't
No,
think
that's
this.
literally
I'm
like
just-
if
I'm
you get
just
caught with
telling
your
you
dick out
that
at a
the-
playground for like at
Bro,
night.
none of it
sorry.
makes sense. None of it makes sense.
There's a
It's-
couple things we can learn from North Korea. Is all I'm saying.
I mean, everyone's got good and bad ideas, right?
Exactly. And listen, in
Well,
countries like
Adolf
Russia,
wasn't always wrong.
in countries like Russia, you steal eggs out of someone's fucking little farm, you get 3 years. You know what I'm
Really?
saying? So they don't
Did you
steal
ever
eggs.
steal eggs?
Bro,
Yo, I used to
I-
steal so much shit in Ukraine. It's crazy.
I think I've told him this story, but I got into an Uber one night, and at like 2 a.m.
You want it or no?
No, I'm good.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
And this Korean dude was the Uber driver, and I'm shit faced. So I look over, and he only has 2 fingers on his hand. So like just instinctively, I was like, "Holy shit, what happened?" So he went on to tell me, as a kid in North Korea, he escaped from North Korea like 20 years ago. But as a kid, the first time he stole a pencil, they took a finger, and the second time he went back and like he stole bread, and they took a finger.
Right.
And
Did he ever steal again?
Bro,
Never
if he
stole
stole
again.
if he stole 2 more things, he couldn't drive a car.
on the other hand,
Yeah,
Exactly.
literally. Well, did you look at his toes? The guy might have.
He'd be one of those
Just
dudes on
nubs.
Instagram working out with.
Yeah,
no
he'd be like
fingers.
that fucking smoke show model with no legs, no arms.
oh yeah, I sent you that.
Do you know that's not real?
Oh man,
Do you know she's AI generated?
it's gonna be
That's
phenomenal
kind of
job.
nuts. I'm like, why would you not then generate her arms and legs? Why would you AI
So we
generate?
wouldn't be talking
Did you
about
ever
it.
see this thing?
AI shit is crazy.
Check this out. Kyle, I'm gonna try to pull this up. Don't hold me to it. AI generated limbless.
That's insane.
Hold on.
That's AI generated?
Yo, that's a.
Bro, there's no way.
girls,
No way,
we
bro.
might stop reproducing as a species soon.
No way, bro.
Because like that's not real.
That's crazy.
That's AI generated.
Time out. You hitting it?
Nah.
Hell yeah.
Did you say no?
Are you kidding me?
Think about it. When you're done, you can just prop her up wherever you want and leave.
Yeah.
No, but
She
the crazy
literally
thing
looks
is,
like
if you
the
go to the
fucking-
bathroom to clean up, she's like, "Hey," and I'll be like, "What do you mean?" She's like,
looks-
"Pick me up." I'm like, "On my face."
She looks like that thing you used to practice karate on. That fucking guy.
Yeah. When you punch it, just half the body. Yeah.
Oh.
Those videos are the best, by the way.
Yeah, she definitely looks. She would suffocate if you hit it doggy style.
No, that's crazy.
She would literally. You would need to have a custom like air holes for her.
No, that's crazy.
I don't know how she would blow you. She would literally need to be on like a seesaw that you run.
Yeah,
Like
I
just-
You just attach her to one of those fucking machines.
Well, I'm gonna go for the low hanging fruit and say this: she'll never walk out on you.
Yeah. Can't watch her leave. That's for sure.
Nope. You have to wipe her ass for you for her.
Crazy.
You have to feed her. Is she
It's
hot
kind of
enough?
annoying
Is she
to prop
worth it?
her up everywhere, though. It's kind of annoying carrying her everywhere.
I think you just kind of put her in the closet.
That
when you're-
girl with arms and legs is a 10.
that girl with arms and legs. Is
That girl
is-
with one arm and 2 legs is a 10.
yeah. Right now she's a 6 out of 10.
Rock solid 6.
Crazy that
But
it's
the crazy
AI.
part is like, how long do you think you could be with a chick like this?
I mean, I would just put her on my nightstand.
She is your nightstand.
You can
put a
literally
lamp.
put
You
a
put a
light bulb
lampshade.
in her mouth and just have her fucking.
She's not going anywhere.
No, it's crazy if she's like, "Where are you going?" and you're like, "Don't worry about it." So she really can't do nothing about that.
No.
Like if you tell her, "Don't worry about it," she really can't
She
worry
really
She
about
can't
it.
pick up the phone and call you.
So we go, "Why are you not picking up?" Oh, just kidding.
Right.
You're an idiot.
I would just keep her in the closet.
But that sucks.
Like, we're
'cause-
having company.
Yeah, it's insane.
I would just get a duffel bag shaped to her size.
You sure that's AI generated?
That's
I'm not
emotional
actually
baggage.
not really sure now. The more I look at it,
That
the
looks
more
like a
I
real
think,
human
I
being.
think we're making fun of a real person.
We're not making fun of her.
Polio ampute. She's 500,000 likes. I'm chopping my limbs off. The problem is
my God.
she gets that many likes, but she can't fucking enjoy any of that.
Who do
kind
you
of
think
clout.
put on the bikini? She didn't dress herself.
No,
It's AI.
It's AI.
AI put it on for her. Yeah, it's kind of annoying
Whoa, whoa,
dressing
whoa, whoa.
her
There's a
everywhere we go. It's like an
YouTube.
extra. It's like a child, bro. It's-
Hold on, there's a YouTube link. All right, here. Polio amputee life channel. What is this? I'm watching this YouTube. Okay, so this lady walks on the beach.
العادة يا سادة بتطلع علينا صديقتنا الجميلة.
This is North Korea.
She's a one-legged.
She
she's
was on
an amputee.
polio. She stole some bread.
All right, hold on. Let's see what she's gonna do for us.
She did something bad when she was little.
أحد أصدقائنا من ذوي الإرادة
What are they discussing?
سبب إصابتها بالكانسر
That looks so weird.
تم بتر أحد ساقيه.
That looks mad lonely.
صديقتنا الجميلة فقدت أحد ساقيه
Something about
That's
one.
just
ولكنها لم
weird.
تفقد الأمل. ولا
Oh man, it looks like two different people.
ولا قدرتها
That was the same person?
Yeah, she looks exhausted.
Well, why is she getting into a fucking Rolls Royce from 1920s? What the fuck?
استخدام وكاز معدن.
It's North Korea.
I need to.
It's not Cuba though.
I thought she walks. They said we were going to see this bitch in a bikini on a beach. She's wearing Fendi. She's fine.
لا لا
She created fucking probably
See,
how to
she's got
Google.
so much money. They don't. She's
Insane.
like, I don't need a leg. This is my look. If you have Fendi but no fake leg, you got your priorities wrong.
See, in like Asian countries, they make shit like this popular. They'll be like, "Oh, chop one leg off and keep one leg."
وضعها
Yeah, she probably.
It's a
What
fashion
did she steal?
statement.
Like a bag of fucking rice,
سميتها الجميلة.
Did she get half off shoes?
It's legit a fashion statement out there, bro.
right?
It's
Or does she
crazy.
have to buy both? And they're like, I guess I'll wear the right one today. Oh, we got more? No, I can't. Now
No,
it's gonna be sad.
I'm
Yeah, now this is not funny anymore. It's kind of funny when it's like some rich bitch in Fendi with one leg, but not so much when it's
It's crazy.
middle America, huh?
Yeah, that got
All right,
sad.
Kyle, you can.
They
double
get
up and
kinda
see what I
sad.
got in my fucking computer here. Jeez. Also, by the way, I made this folder of random things I wanted to pull up since we're just going down the line of things we heard in the news. Do you see this fucking thing? It's this fucking guy, this daughter, this woman was trying to find her dad, her real dad. She tracked him down, and then he her.
What?
Yeah, yeah. Read
Wait,
this
what?
article. It's fucking. The article's insane. This man, look at him, drugged and his biological daughter during their first meet since she was adopted. It gets weird because
It gets weird?
It gets weird because you're
That's
like
American culture.
there's a part of me you're like, oh man, this is really, really, really horrible, and then you're like, wow, she made some really weird choices that put her in a really bad situation, and this is it. Check
So are
this
you
out.
blaming her for being raped?
I'm
Yeah,
not
well,
blaming
excuse
her.
me.
Like, just bro. This is your first time seeing your dad. A 53-year-old man who gave up his child for adoption when she was an infant, was arrested in Florida this month when he met his biological daughter for the first time in decades and drugged and her in a hotel room. Now,
That's crazy. That's actually bananas.
during their time together, they consumed alcohol throughout the day. And wait, they both ingested LSD.
Also not a precursor to.
I'm not okay. Here you go.
Yeah, are you trying to justify this?
No, I'm just saying.
Somebody's
If
got to
you're
be the voice of reason here.
no, I'm just saying. If you haven't seen your biological father in 40 years, maybe the first thing you shouldn't do is LSD with him to begin with.
I mean, yes.
And
That's
then
on the
start
list of
drinking
why
with
would you
this
do
guy,
that.
start drinking with him, and then go back to his hotel room. Now, if those are the chain of events, that's horrible. But like, what? Who?
I don't understand why people go out of their way to find, like, let's just say you were born to adopted parents. At the age of 20, would you try to go out and find the pieces of shit that just abandoned you?
I got
People
the
get
hint.
lost, bro. People get lost and emotional. They want to fucking find the origin for some reason. Everyone gets like, oh, I want to know my dad. I want to know my mom. People get, sad. You guys, you have two parents in your life, right?
No, both dead. Are you happy?
Wow, you're a dick.
That's what they are.
Oh, I understand. But I'm saying,
Why is he a dick?
But were they
He
around? Did you
didn't
meet
kill
both
them.
of them?
Did you meet them?
It was a very long time ago.
How old?
I was 6.
Oh wow. Okay, so that's different.
Yeah,
They just really, I didn't know any of
Oh,
that.
that was a screeching
Yeah,
halt.
Jesus.
Answer.
I'm just fucking with you.
I know you are, but I'm saying, or do you have
Like,
both
I
your
don't
parents?
know.
in your
Would
life?
you want to?
One.
Like, a part of me understands that. Like, I don't deal with rejection well. Probably, I would probably. I would be more. I would want to find him to find out if they're doing better than my adopted parents.
Such a piece of
I'd
shit.
be like, oh, they got money,
Spoken like a true Jew.
and then they have another kid after. They're like, you kept that one once you were financially secure. Fucking garbage.
My man,
I
does he
would-
look like he's financially secure? Can you look at this guy?
LSD is expensive, man.
Yo.
Can you look at him, please?
Like, this dude is like,
looks
yo,
like he
I
works
can't
at a
wait
gas
to meet my
station."
daughter. Let me get my LSD alcohol ready and then her. That's fucking wild.
Speaking of crazy stories,
That guy's only 53, by the way. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut
Yeah,
you
you're
off.
good.
And he probably has a dad. And that's why you don't have kids. Because when you're 75 and your 53-year-old son rapes
Yeah, you
his
gotta
own
go deal
daughter,
with that.
you're going to be like, are you fucking shitting me?
Yeah, it doesn't
All right,
stop
relax.
at 18.
It's not.
and that never happens with when you
Anything
don't
to not
kids.
have a kid, I get it. Hold on, can I tell you?
Okay.
There's a crazy story though. Just now, a woman got charged for making a book. She made a children's book praising her dead husband, and she got charged for the murder of her husband. This story is
about this?
crazy.
No.
So there's a Kyle. I have it up on the screen if you want to play with it. So this mom in Utah wrote a children's book about grief, dealing with grief for kids after her husband died. She got charged for murder. Want to know how she killed him? What'd she do, Val? She put fentanyl
She put
in
a
his
bunch of fentanyl
Moscow Mule.
in his Moscow Mule, and he dropped dead upstairs. And she said, "Yeah, when I came up there, he was cold to touch. He was cold."
People in Utah are weird, man. I think it has one of the highest, like,
Bro, just leave.
murder and suicide rates.
Yeah, well, get
But
out of the
just get a
relationship.
He's
yeah.
got 30 more wives. It's fucking. Was he Mormon?
Nah, I don't think he was Mormon, but that's crazy,
They're
bro.
in fucking Salt Lake City.
She's over here writing the story how the kids still.
Yo.
It's like, can you read this shit, please?
Did you read this?
Please.
Hold on, dude. Before her husband's death, the wife asked an acquaintance for something strong. Some of the Michael Jackson stuff, according to the court document. By the way, Jackson died in 2009 at his Los Angeles home after receiving a lethal dose of propofol.
That's anesthesia.
So
Right.
yeah.
Phenomenal stuff.
The night before the husband died, the couple were celebrating because she had closed on a home for her business. That's weird. Honey, I'm buying this house for my company. Enjoy this Moscow Mule now.
I mean,
It's crazy. What a sicko.
yeah, you say that, but like it happens every day. Like
Yeah.
every minute of every day.
I mean, if I was,
That's why we're gonna get-
I
that's-
get killing your wife. I get killing your spouse when like the stakes are high, right? Like the fact that like Jeff Bezos didn't kill his wife instead of divorcing her, dude. She had to
Too
take
public.
Can I just hear me out on this? How much money did he have?
She got like $100 billion.
She got $100 billion, right? If Jeff Bezos, just to spite her, came out and said, hey, listen, America, I'm going to give every one of you a piece of this $100 billion she would get, but please let me slit her throat on live television. I think I would be like, go for it.
And I'm crazy for trying to light child
I'm not
molesters on
answering.
fire.
I'm not even joining that argument. I'll be honest with you. What are you talking about? What? Bro,
100 billion
hold on 1 second.
divided by, oh, look, it's giving it to me already.
This is not a Black Mirror episode.
Would you collect $300 per person to see Jeff Bezos kill his own wife, who at this point has lived a long enough life?
$300?
$300 each. Every
No.
person in America would get that.
Homie, the black reparations are way more. It's $1.2 million per person right now for black
California?
reparations. You think I'm going to take $300?
I'm trans black starting today. I don't know what the rules are, but you know, I hope it's small dicks and back knee because I got it.
Bro, you might as well start fucking painting yourself. a
No,
little
but
bit.
I would totally tune in. I would be like, I get $300. Dude, she's lived long enough.
I wanted to do the Hunger Games with homeless people, and you said no.
Yeah, but that's
You're
not as
crazy.
interesting.
That's
I would
way
so-
more interesting than watching
Yeah, that's-
one rich white woman
I agree.
get her
Yeah, that's not.
throat
That's
slit.
yeah.
You don't
Skid
care
Row
about
would
that?
be better if getting Skid Row.
Did you see his new girlfriend? She literally looks like she fucking lifts pianos for a living. Did you see her?
Lauren Sanchez?
Is that what her name
She
is?
looks- she looks like-
Lauren Sanchez.
She looks like a politician
Lauren
from
Sanchez
Colombia.
sounds like Cos Alter Ego.
Yeah.
She looks like a politician from Colombia.
Yeah, she does. She looks weird. She kind of looked. I don't know if I believe it, but I was like really high earlier, and I laughed because I was like, they kind of look alike. So I photoshopped her hair on him too.
Jeff Bezos looks like.
I was like, they kind of look like the same person.
Yeah. Jeff Bezos looks like a Joe Rogan, honestly.
Yeah, but she's fucking yoked.
No,
Look
she's
at this-
not. It's a bad photo.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, I would still hit it. It's crazy. What did she do to get him? Like, of all the women he could be fucking, like that looks like him with tits.
Do you know what's
He probably
crazy?
built her.
I forget how this story goes, but like he sent naked photos to her, which the Saudi crown prince
You told me
ended
about
up-
this documentary.
ended up hacking his phone with like some crazy hack software, ended up getting those naked photos of Jeff Bezos and trying to blackmail him to not run the story about the killing of Jamal Khashoggi in the Washington Post.
Yeah, it was the documentary.
Yeah,
What is it
wild
called? What's the
documentary. I
called?
don't
Do you
fucking remember, dude.
Guys, look that up.
It's the wildest story. And you go, all of this started because he was basically trying to sleep with this girl.
Damn, like
Sex
governments would
ruins a
top
lot
him.
of shit,
Yeah.
bro. You see?
Yeah, that's how powerful he is. That's how powerful Jeff Bezos is.
Jeffrey Epstein was powerful at 1.2.
No, but Jeffrey Epstein is gone. Bezos is still around.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh my God, we got completely off track. Can I show you the American propaganda?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you
how to
what the fuck-
survive
we
a-
never watched
Yeah, what the
Let's
fuck
survive a
happened to
mass
that?
shooting. This is a very audio, guys, just as every reason
I
to
think
be on
you should
YouTube.
tell people how to find this so they can watch it.
Guys, so follow along on listenugly.com. That's where you should just be consuming all this content. We have links to the Spotify, the iTunes, and the YouTube. Also, just leave reviews, and the 5 stars definitely help out a small little podcast like ours. All right, so here we go. Without further ado, this is the FBI released their tips on surviving mass shootings, because this is going to be played in movie theaters like the time they did. You wouldn't fucking download a car.
This is right before a
Remember?
movie starts, yeah.
Instead of anti-piracy, that was so big. Now school shootings are as big as Kazan Napster.
Oh my God.
Kazaa.
I mean,
You're
essentially.
so fucking old.
I mean, that's essentially it. All right.
Remember LimeWire?
All right.
Hi, can I get you started with drinks?
Oh, I'm sorry, I gotta take this.
We'll need a minute.
I can't believe this is real.
So there's a bar fight happening right now. Oh, someone popped off. Popped off again. One more. This is kind of shot like Law and Order. Like it's just shot like a TV show, and it doesn't even seem.
This
that
isn't
scary.
even how most mass shootings start. They're random. It's not after a bar fight.
Yeah, so there's a bar fight, and this girl's hiding underneath the bar table.
Which seems like a hillbilly. They put like a little redneck in the bar
yeah,
fight.
it's like definitely. It looks like a Brooklyn hipster bar, honestly. Because they're all in. Well, first of all, in this video, they're all kind of bumping into each other.
But they're not speaking.
They're not running around yet. Nothing's happening. Everyone, she looks at the exit sign. She's running. Oh my god, she's been shot.
Oh my god, slow motion.
It's
Oh my god, this is so bad.
so they're all running.
Running makes you harder to hit and improves your chances of survival.
What you say?
What did she say?
Yo, she goes. Okay, so now it turned into like the airplane video. You know when you
Like Delta, when you get on
they're
Delta,
like,
yeah.
hey, you know, welcome
We
to
make
Delta.
a water landing.
Yeah. So she's running down the stairs, and she literally goes,
That ain't
running makes you a moving target, which makes you harder to hit.
Thank you. That was.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was like a bear, and I got to stand still.
Yeah.
The fact that they have to announce that
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Americans, that just
Although-
shows the level
Yeah.
of logic
Also,
in this
it's
country.
like kind of not loud enough. Or like, how about you put?
To be fair, playing dead probably works in these situations. Too.
I think the best solution is to carry squibs around you or whatever it's called. those cover blood. You're in a shooting. Just I'm done. All right, so I'm gonna back it up. So here she goes again.
Running makes you harder to hit and improves your chances of survival. Don't go up here.
Don't go up here. The cops are never on scene that fast. Are you fucking kidding me?
No,
There's
the
the
one
sirens
in-
going up. Yeah, okay. Who fucked? Oh, the
Police
FBI obviously paid for this.
Police freeze.
Oh,
Of
she
course they
stopped the black
girl.
She stopped the black girl.
Bar, blue jeans, black shirt.
All those white people running out, and they're like, "Excuse me." She's lucky she didn't get shot.
Empty
Honestly,
hands up. Follow their instructions.
don't wear a hoodie.
I'm in the direct line of fire if I head for either exit, but I have other options to help me survive.
In case of a water landing,
There's no way this is.
Dude,
There's no way this is real. This is probably.
Yeah.
This is.
How
By the
long
end-
is this? Because you look like that bar is not moving.
Yo, hold on. It's a long shooting, dude.
Guys, come on, in here. Come on.
So none of them are
How
speaking
many
or
bullets does
panicking.
this guy have? From a bar fight? What do you have? An AK-47 at the next to the pool
Yeah,
table?
just fucking walking around like
Barricade
Rambo.
the door.
Okay, blockade the door.
Both my exits are blocked by the shooter. I gotta stay hidden.
That is the gay. That sounds like a gay
What'd he
porn.
say?
Both my exits are blocked by the shooter. Like, yeah, okay, we get it. You're gay.
Oh my god.
Sweetie, we can't tonight. Both my exits are blocked.
It's crazy.
Both my exits are blocked by the shooter. I gotta stay hidden. I'm no victim. I'm ready for this.
Who says that as somebody scared in the middle of a fucking shooting?
No one in this video has active diarrhea. I would be shitting myself. Not no time to be a victim.
This is.
This looks like a
Applying
recruitment
direct
poster.
pressure to the wound to stop the bleeding until we can find a tourniquet. In the meantime, turn off your phones and make a plan to defend yourself.
Turn off your phones. I would. What?
Make a plan to defend yourself?
Yeah. The guy's got a gun. I'm gonna grab this vase.
Yeah, this vase is gonna help me out for sure.
Awesome. You're better off hitting the guy in front of you with the vase and running off, leaving him as a target.
Climb out of the window at that point.
What I want to know is how the police not killed him.
Why
yet.
is he so angry at everyone?
The police went in 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. Yeah, the cops are outside. What is this, filmed in Texas?
Control the weapon. You control the shooter.
What?
What? He literally goes, you control
not a
the
real
weapon,
video. There's no way.
You control the shooter.
There's
Oh,
no way
he's
this
going to
is
be a
real.
hero now.
He'll go for his arms. The bartender will go for the head.
Oh, this guy's behind the bar. Doesn't even show like the fight scene.
So they expect every American to become a Marine.
Yeah, literally.
Oh my god.
We got him right here.
Please, show me your hands.
Over here.
The scene every night in America.
You can survive a mass shooting if you're prepared.
This should be our national anthem. You can survive a mass shooting.
It's crazy.
Remember, run, hide, or fight.
What?
Run. Wherever you go, be aware of alternate exits. Quickly and
Listen to the music.
Basically, in America, if you want to have dinner, you better show up with blueprints.
I don't understand why they dropped like a fucking Deadmau5 soundtrack in the back.
They're like, be aware of exits. Like, honey, grab your blueprints for Avra in case we get murdered tonight. I need to know where the fire escape is. Like, are you shitting me? I gotta walk around like it's fucking
pure
Quickly
insanity.
evacuate in a direction away from the attacker. Don't hesitate. Seconds matter. Remember windows and emergency exits.
Remember windows.
Yeah, so let's
Leave
just jump out of the fucking
belongings
15th floor.
Keep your empty hands raised and clearly visible when exiting a building. Follow all instructions from the police. Don't stop until you're sure you've reached a safe location. Hide.
I thought I was in a safe location, but in America, I could leave one room, enter another place, and also get shot. Right? You're like,
If there is no safe escape route, find a good hiding place. Lock and barricade the door. Silence cell phones. Prepare a defense plan.
what? They literally go, the last tool is prepare a defense plan. You're like, I'm an Uber driver. Like, what do you want me to do?
Wow.
What is this?
Defense. Yeah, every single time I have
You're
to
like, all
step
right,
out.
everyone gather
Dude, I'm gonna
around.
turn into fucking Bruce Willis and Die Hard all
I
of a
gotta turn
sudden.
into Jocko Willink to fucking.
Yeah,
It's
literally.
crazy. Like, what is going on?
Fight. Fight only as a last resort. Use available objects as improvised weapons. Use teamwork and surprise. A coordinated ambush can incapacitate an attacker.
That guy's got guns.
A coordinated.
If you surprise a guy with a gun, he's just gonna shoot.
They're assuming that most people.
Surprise! It's your birthday, fajitas. They come out in the
No,
restaurant.
but my favorite thing is they think that a random civilian is supposed to be a coordinated ambusher. Like,
Yeah, that guy's shitting himself
Yeah,
back there.
what are you talking
shaking,
about?
I'm covered in diarrhea.
trembling.
That's my only self-defense is I can skunk you.
He's like, here, take this shot
most
glass.
of America's talking about they have anxiety issues and they want fucking people to fucking.
Most people, and I've been to restaurants, most people you're with don't know what to order half the time. You're telling me you're hunched behind the fucking like ice fridge and you're like, all right, Susie.
Yeah, imagine it's
Fucking,
you and
let's go.
Estee have to ambush an attacker.
Literally, I would just push Estee out in front and be like, you're paralyzed anyways.
How real is this? Like, what website is this off of?
Don't fight.
This is
fair.
off of a .gov website?
Stop the bleed. A victim can die of uncontrolled blood loss in 5 minutes or less.
Yeah,
Apply pressure or a tourniquet to control severe bleeding.
it's
Go
crazy.
to fbi.gov/survive
This is real.
to learn more.
Kidding?
That's
For
crazy.
everyone that just wants to watch this, FBI.gov.
No, just go watch it on our YouTube channel.
Are we going to play that whole video?
This is part of the whole podcast. We're just
Oh,
letting
that's
you
going to be
run.
amazing.
Yeah, that's fucking. That was the whole point of it. We're getting a little AV show.
I can't wait till we
today.
get copyright strike by the FBI.
Bro, that's crazy.
Oh man,
That's
it's kind of
insane.
wild. It's wild that that is a thing that exists in our country.
No, it's wild that they actually logically think that that makes sense.
Yeah,
So,
like that. That's gonna to them. That's gonna save lives. They spent probably $1
$100,000.
million of taxpayer money
Yeah, you're
to
right.
put that out to be like, yeah, this will work.
Here's our solution: form a defense plan.
Yeah.
I thought that's what this video is. What? That's like IKEA being like giving you a catalog, being like, put it together. You're like, what?
Bro,
Form
honestly,
your own plans.
that right there is just crazy to me.
That's America in a nutshell. Really, that's our national anthem. We're gonna start playing that every episode.
Do they play the national anthem still, by the way?
They should at every
Everywhere.
school shooting. They should play the national anthem at every shooting.
They don't do that anymore. They just bring the flag to half staff.
Yeah, in America, the flag's
Did
been
you
at
guys
half
see
staff
the?
nonstop.
Did you guys
I
see the
think.
school shooter, the tranny school shooter that was in? What
Oh
was
my
that?
god! But the memes,
New Orleans,
the
or where was
memes,
that?
The memes were so good.
Where was it?
Wait, we had a tranny school shooter?
You don't hear about the trans,
cops actually showed up very
the
quick to
trans
that.
shooter, the guy they released the footage of the cop. Remember
Yeah.
the first
He shot
person
her.
where he killed that one.
It was a chick.
That was a tranny?
The best meme I saw. So I can't believe they released that. That's when the cops do well. That footage was out like literally like
Yeah, they're like, watch this cop be Rambo.
Yeah.
Like 1 in a million.
Dude. Do you see the memes that came out of it?
No.
Dude.
I identify as dead.
The one was like because they screenshotted the dead fucking person on the ground, and it literally said were.
Oh my god.
I was like,
That's a good
yo,
one.
there's no fat on that joke. I don't care what you say. That's a fucking
Yeah, that's a
clean
solid
insult.
joke.
Clean insult.
Yeah, it's a good little rip.
Kyle, how long has this been?
Hour 17.
Perfect. Well, it's always good to end on a trans joke, I'd say. Why, you got something else? You got
No,
something you
I was
forgot
like,
to talk about?
can we end on the trans? Did you hear about this trans guy? Old grandpa in Florida that crashed a women's poker tournament.
Oh yeah, that was
identified
so
as a
good.
girl and won.
And won, yeah. Yeah.
Which is a weird thing to do because that's the one sport that doesn't require physical prowess, right?
No.
You're like,
Or it does.
I guess it does. Like, hey, that's some ableism.
Well, the
right
girls
there.
wanted to have a good night out. He crashed
But
it.
honestly, he should be able to crash that. That shouldn't even be like. Well, he's not really trans. He just pretended he lied.
Well, yeah, he fucked
he just
around.
lied to join a women's poker
But
tournament.
of course, the laziness of him. He's like, I'm going to enter a competition that requires me not to move. But also, it should just once again prove that men are better than women.
I mean, definitely a poker, apparently.
Apparently,
Wow, we're gonna get canceled.
you can't get canceled
Who's
if you
we?
were never been on. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
We
it's true,
can't
though.
get canceled because none of this has ever popped.
All right. Well, I didn't
all right.
move yet, so I guess we'll
So
see.
if you've made it this far, guys, subscribe to all the shit on listenugly.com. The Instagram is listenugly. DM us, leave comments. We'll interact with you. Oh, by the way, I think in like a few weeks, probably end of June, we're going to do a summer Friday where I want to bring a fan here and then record an episode of the podcast after their experience because I think it'll be kind of hilarious to give some of these fucking
context.
internet creeps. What?
Just a little bit of context.
Oh, on what Summer Friday is?
No.
Oh, yeah. So Summer Friday also. Wait, context on what? Oh, on what goes on here?
Yeah, on what goes on
it'll
here.
just be funny to interview a fucking some dork, right? Who's just like, oh my God, I've never been around this much,
activities,
right? Sure. And Summer Friday, if you guys don't know, it's a house pool party we do here at our office anytime I'm in LA on a Friday. And it's just kind of like an afternoon shindig full of, I mean, there's definitely
Degenerates.
There's degenerates and probably every STD under the sun at some point in the pool. So it's one of those. It's a good family fun.
So now, any fan that ends up on this, Summer Friday
We
knows
brought out like 3 fans.
knows
Yeah, we've
that he's
had
a
fans
dork.
come out. We had that one kid come out the first. I think Kenzie Ann gave him. Didn't Kenzie give him like a piggyback ride? We threw him in the pool. We did a bunch of weird shit with that kid.
Yeah.
He definitely almost died of a drug overdose. I'm sure. Probably.
Good times.
Yeah,
Great times. All right.
As long as you don't get sued, that's all that
Kyle,
matters.
you need to clap it again. This is our intro and outro music, guys.
That